The term bench set originates from the practice of placing the actuator assembly on the bench to adjust the compression of the actuator spring. By uncoupling the actuator from the valve, we make sure it's isolated from the valve stem forces. Here on the bench I have a Fisher 657 spring and diaphragm actuator, and it's mounted to a Fisher EZE valve body. Looking at the nameplate on the actuator, I see that the bench set for this actuator is specified as 3 to 11, while the rated valve travel is 3/4 of an inch. This is important because bench set is defined as the pressure range required to stroke the actuator the rated valve travel, with no valve forces present. With this assembly, we should see that the rated travel of 3/4 of an inch occurs as we increase the input pressure from 3 to 11. Because this is a direct acting actuator, the air connection is on the top of the diaphragm casing, and I have the ability to change the pressure signal with this hand-operated regulator. Notice that the valve stem and actuator stem are not coupled together. At 0 psi, the spring is pushing the actuator to the upper travel stop. This is important because bench set is always calibrated from the upper travel stop. The stem does not move as I increase the pressure from 0 to 3 psi due to the initial compression of the spring. At 3 psi, we see the first movement of the actuator. This pressure, where the initial movement of the actuator stem is detected, is the lower bench set value. As I continue to increase pressure in the actuator, the stem continues to stroke down, and as I approach 11 psi, I have reached the rated travel of the valve 3/4 of an inch. This pressure, where the actuator reaches the rated valve travel, is the upper bench set value. I've just verified that the bench set on this actuator is calibrated correctly from 3 to 11 psi. Bench set is an important concept to understand because improperly adjusting the bench set can result in the valve short stroking and not achieving rated capacity, or inadequate seating force to shut off the valve. Technicians get into trouble by trying to make the actuator spring meet those same bench set numbers after it's connected to a valve. Don't fall into that trap. Bench set is the easy way to verify that the correct spring is installed in the actuator and that it's in good operational condition. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the classroom.